sit back a somewhat safe distance from the magma vents and observe the life cycle of the baby magma dragons, because the parent magma dragons didn't appreciate it when they got too close.
Because they're territorial. Yeah, I can see them flaring their wings in a dominant display.
Back off! No one likes having molten rock thrown at them.
No. But don't make the parents nervous.
A lot of back, and similarly, back when the space dragons were more air dragons, because they went from air dragons to sky dragons to space dragons, they would swim all the way upstream to up glacier melts and stuff, and then hang out on top of glaciers and springs at the tops of mountains and talk to the
air dragons.
To the air dragons. Sometimes the air dragons were willing to take them up so they could get a good look at what the Earth looks like from above.
Because sea dragons wouldn't have wings, would they?
No.
They would just drag them down in the water.
Yeah. They can sort of fly, as in if you get big enough, you can throw yourself out of the water and get pretty high.
But it's more like fancy jumping.
But it's more like fancy jumping.
That's funny. I see the Asian dragons got over that by just doing waves in the air.
Yeah.
They didn't need wings.
Nope, they just rode the winds.
Mm-hmm.
But the communication between the water dragons, who are creating and codifying their own spells, and the air dragons, who are slowly moving up higher, who are slowly exploring up higher in the air, was how the air dragons started creating their cloud dempseys. The water dragons taught them spells, some of them for controlling water, and they went, hey, there's a lot of water up here. What if we made it solid? Hey, look! Hey, Mom, look! No hands! I'm sitting on a cloud!
Hey, you get off of my cloud. Yeah, that'd be really cool, making, cloud islands.
Yeah, that's basically what they had.
Yeah.
And, before the magic virus, they remembered those cool water dragons and would peer, and, the adults who were curious would come down and talk to them, and, they liked having the water dragons around their nurseries because they were happy to, occupy the babies. That's very purple. Because, the water dragons were happy to entertain the babies, and the water dragons were happy to, expand the knowledge of young minds.
But they're born nannies.
Well, not born nannies, they're born teachers. They mostly made sure...
Oh, but baby dragons are so cute.
They are cute, but also they are more focused on teaching the baby dragons, how to condense water vapor out of the air. And making sure that...
So, natural-born tutors more than nannies.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Natural-born tutors.
The air dragons just like using them as babysitters to get a moment's break from, baby dragons.
Oh, definitely. The parents are definitely like, oh my god, thank you, I need a nap.
Yeah.
Baby dragons have got to keep you on your toes. They've got to be into everything and boundless energy.
Once they get large enough to start catching themselves when they, bounce off of cliffs, the parents have no rest. They're trying to keep their babies from throwing themselves at, rocks, off rocks. And going, no, you're not big enough. Stop that. Here, you can glide here. Oh, God, what are you doing? No, stop that. Corral your siblings.
have just one dragon, you have a clutch.
You have, yeah, they have clutches.
How many are in a clutch?
It depends on the species. Magma dragons have up to 50 in a clutch.
Jeez, so Pete.
Yeah, because, there's a bit of natural selection going on. It's more advantageous to have a lot of babies. Because, some of them are going to push down farther than they can, handle, and they're going to end up crushed. Some of them are going to get eaten by the silconoids. We try to hunt them, but they can fucking run from us. It's annoying. That's so cool.
It's one of those challenge courses.
I want to go there. But there's a high rate of attrition for magma dragon younglings. The trade-off is once you hit adults, teach them nothing's gonna touch you. They're highly vulnerable in childhood, and then not really vulnerable at all.
It makes them pretty much indestructible?
Yeah.
Is that why they have such large clutches?
Yeah, teenage magma dragons have a high attrition rate. Because teenagers...
It's a dangerous time of life.
It's a dangerous time of life, yeah. Once the babies are old enough to navigate the magma layer by themselves and hunt for themselves, the parent dragons just, buzz off back to their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not very attached to parenting. They're mostly hanging around to make sure all of the babies make it to juvenilehood, and then
See you. See you at the next climb gallery.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sky dragons are hypersocial and have the smallest clutches.
And do the family clans stay together the whole lives?
Yes,
Yeah.
Two parents pair up together, and then they clutch, and all of their siblings join in, and start making comments on what they should do for their nest and where they should nest, and the exact humidity temperature of the nursery. They're busybodies.
Got their snouts in everybody else's business.
Yeah. So when you're clutched, all of your siblings show up. All of your partner's siblings show up. The grandparents show up and just, are just we want to meet the grandbabies. Mom, I'm still pregnant. So hurry up then, I want to meet the grandbabies. And if you've already had children, then those kids show up to help babysit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
It becomes a family event.
Yeah.
Nice.
Meanwhile, with water dragons, air dragons tend to have clutches of 5, and on average 3 to 4 make it to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't need big clutches. Water dragons, depending on where they decide to lay and at what size they are when they lay, because they figured out how to shapeshift, and now they refuse to not shapeshift. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I'm also in the middle of a really interesting study. I'm not moving. They'll pick a place to have their clutch, and then they and their partner, raise their kids, and family members stop in. It's usually tradition. It's tradition if you don't have something going on and one of your relatives clutches, you go and visit. That's part of how they meet up.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of how the gossip circle works. Oh, hey.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto 12th
and
Avenue.
How you keep tabs on extended friends and family.
Oh, hey. X member clutched. I'm going to be done with the study in about 5 years. I'll go over there. They're always great at picking up patterns in data. I'll go over there when I'm done. X is great at picking out patterns in data. They can go, look over my work before I go and archive it. And I can meet and you can meet the babies, and I can meet the babies. something. It's very nuclear family-ish.
The light, turn right onto 12th Avenue.
Like American nuclear family-ish. And they can have anywhere from 10 to 20 eggs in a clutch.
Continue for half a mile.
And of those 10 to 20 eggs, about 60% will make it to adulthood. Like through both misadventure and predation and like normal illness, not magic virus. Like just there's about a 60% survival rate, which is why they have larger clutches.
60 isn't great.
No, it's not
That's
great.
really bad.
It's a 60 to 70 survival rate. Baby water dragons are entirely too curious.
Yeah.
So death by misadventure is pretty large. And when I'm saying 60% survival rate, I'm not talking 60% survival rate out of the nursery. It's usually closer to like 90% survival rate out of the nursery.
It's
60% survival rate to adulthood.
from adolescence.
Do you think the rate of attrition from magma dragons is bad?
Oh, there's a lot more perils in the water than in the magma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because there's waves and currents that can smash you into rocks, and there's earthquakes and tsunamis and so many predators.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that can eat young
In 600
dragons.
feet, turn right.
There's almost nothing that can eat an adult dragon except another dragon, but there's plenty of things that can eat a baby dragon.
Yes.
Sadly. Oh, hey, this isn't the elk place, is it?
No.
Okay. I was like, this is really similar to the elk place. We can't take Hansel to the elk place. We can't. He'll chase an elk and get his head crushed in.
He'll try to chase him. He'd hop out the car. Calvin used to look out the window and whine.
He wanted to chase him so bad.